So Biden may be on Israel's side, but not everyone in the West is convinced. In fact, his own staff is not convinced. This is Josh Paul. He works for the US State Department, or shall I say used to work for the US State Department. Paul worked the same job for 11 years, overseeing global arms transfers for the US. But yesterday he had enough. He resigned from his job. Do you know why? Because he did not agree with Biden's handling of the Israel-Hamas war. And he's not the only one. In Spain, a minister has spoken up. She wants Madrid to suspend relations with Israel. Our next report tells you why the West is increasingly divided on Israel.
On October 18th, US President Joe Biden landed in Israel. He hugged the Israeli Prime Minister. He promised support to Israel. Basically, Biden's visit was all about solidarity. When the attack happened, Biden said America has Israel's back, and he walked the talk in Tel Aviv.
I wanted to be here today.
So we know how Biden feels about Israel. But does his staff feel the same? Not really. A US State Department official's resignation letter echoes that emotion. It's a really long letter. But if there's one thing you should read from it, it's this. And I quote, "We cannot be both against occupation and for it. We cannot be both for freedom and against it. And we cannot be for a better world while contributing to one that's materially worse." Strong words right there. And many in Biden's administration echo this emotion. Biden has the most diverse White House staff in history, and most have reservations about how this conflict is being handled. They may not be saying it aloud, but they feel stifled when it comes to discussing what's happening in Gaza. Several staffers across multiple agencies have raised concern. Some want to question Israel's conduct, but fear the backlash. The Biden administration isn't the only one that's divided. The Spanish government too is torn. Its social rights minister wants Madrid to suspend ties with Israel.
Today I have asked our partner, the Socialist Party, that we take ourselves more seriously in the fight against this planned genocide, which is being carried out by Israel against the Palestinian people. To do this, I believe that we should urgently suspend diplomatic relations with the State of Israel. In addition, we should promote a debate at the European level in order to apply exemplary economic sanctions against those politically responsible for this genocide.
Now, this Spanish minister's comments are very significant. You see, the West is trying to show a united front. At least the Quint is trying to show it. That's the US, Germany, France, Italy, and the UK. They're called the Quint. Biden, Sunak, and Scholz have already visited Israel. Macron plans to do it in the coming days. So they may be united. But when it comes to the rest of the West, they are divided on this. Last year, the war in Ukraine exposed fault lines in the world. The divide between the East and the West. This time, however, the West itself seems divided. Some of them are rooting for Israel, others for Palestine. And those stuck in the middle are hoping for humanity to prevail and the war to end.